Hello students, welcome to lecture 4. Today we will see the hybrid analysis of common collector or emitter follower. So first of all we will make a circuit of common collector. So this is common collector. We have taken input from base and output is taken from emitter, and the common terminal is the collector one, so it is a common collector. We will draw the equivalent hybrid model of the given circuit. So first of all, the common is the collector, so this is collector terminal. The source resistance RS is the source resistance, is in series with HIC. And here it will come a voltage source which will be HRC into output voltage across, that is VEC. Then this is HRC VCE VEC. This is VEC. And source voltage is Vs. Source voltage. This is base terminal. So current flowing through this is IB. Output port will have one current source, that will be HFC input current IB, and HOC is in parallel with current source HOC, and this RE is in parallel with RE and RL. If you will do this the AC analysis, then this capacitor will act as a short circuit, and output we will take it as a RL dash, that is RE parallel with RL, and this RL dash is in parallel with HOC. RL dash आप इस तरह से भी देख सकते हैं कि आपका जो RL डैश जो है उसका एक टर्मिनल इमीटर से है और दूसरा टर्मिनल ग्राउंडेड है, एंड इफ़ यू विल सी इट हियर, तो आपका कलेक्टर जो है वो ग्राउंड किया हुआ है और दूसरा टर्मिनल जो है इमीटर है. सो इमीटर, ये जो RL डैश होगा वो किसके बीच में आ जाएगा, इमीटर एंड कलेक्टर, बिकॉज कलेक्टर इज grounded here. So it will come, RL dash will come parallel with HOC. and here we can put a voltage drop VEC. Now it is better, and output is taken here from RLS, that is V naught, and current flowing through IE, and here IN. एक बात ध्यान में रखना है, जब भी हम किसी सर्किट का हाइब्रिड मॉडल ड्रॉ करें तो द हाइब्रिड मॉडल ड्रॉ AC एनालिसिस करके ही उस सर्किट का किया जाता है. सो इफ यू विल डू दिस सर्किट फॉर द AC एनालिसिस, what we will do, we will do VCC is equal to 0 and capacitor will act as a short circuit. So for equivalent AC diagram for the given circuit would be VS it will be act like short circuit. This is RL, RE, all are short grounded, and it will also have grounded for AC analysis. And after AC analysis we will draw, this is RS and this is RE, RLS. We will draw the hybrid model for that given circuit. So if you will see it here, this VS and RS is coming in series, and HIC will come here, and then there will be a voltage source, voltage control voltage source, that is HRC VCA. This is the input side, and output side you will have a current source, HFC, current control current source, and then HOC will come in the parallel with the current source, and this is the emitter terminal, and this is the grounded. Then this RE and RL will be in parallel, and this parallel combination will come in between emitter and ground. And if you will see it here, then collector is a ground terminal and emitter, so it will come this RL dash we have taken in between emitter and collector terminal. So this RL dash will come in parallel with HOC. The voltage drop across here would be BC. So now we'll find the parameters one by one. So first one is the current gain is equal to minus IE by IB means the current gain would be the IL by IB, and IL is in opposite direction of IE, and so the current would, we can write like IE by IB, and this will come HFC by 1 plus HOC. C RL dash. We have already done this calculation, so then directly using it, and from the previous class we have already convert the value of h parameter of collector, common collector to common emitter. So HFC, when we have converted the HFC in common emitter, it will come 1 minus of 1 plus HFE. So from conversion formula we can write minus HFC is equal to 1 plus HFE, or HOC is nearly equal to HOE using conversion formula RLS. This is the conversion formula, and that we have already got the value of HFC is equal to minus of 1 plus HFE, and HOC is equal to HOE, that we have used here. Minus of HFC is equal to 1 plus HFE by 1 plus HOC, that is nearly equal to HOE. So we have converted this into common emitter parameter, hybrid parameter, and what we have got here, that this current gain is positive. If you will see, this current gain is positive because the value of HFE would be around 50, and HOE is equal to 24 microampere per volt, and so the overall current gain would come here is positive value. And when हम लोगों ने कॉमन इमीटर विदाउट RE लास्ट क्लास में जो निकाला था, उसमें करंट गेन वाज कमिंग नेगेटिव वैल्यू, that we can see here. That this AI is coming in the common emitter without RE is equal to minus HFE by 1 plus HOE RL dash. That was coming negative value. So if you are getting the negative voltage gain, that means that your phase conversion is 180 degree, that we usually get the phase 180 degree phase shift in common emitter. हम लोग common collector use कर रहे हैं, that gives a phase shift of 0 degree. That we can observe it from here when we will calculate the value of current voltage gain. IA voltage gain is depends upon the current gain also. So the next value we will find it here, that input resistance is equal to, it will come around HIC plus HRC AI RL dash. HIC is nearly equal to, if we will convert, it will come HIE, और HRC का value is around 1 in common emitter. So this will come RL dash, because HRC जो होता है is nearly 1. We can also see it here in conversion formula. In the last class we have seen HRC is nearly equal to 1. फर्दर हम लोग करंट गेन को एनालाइज करते हैं. एच आई वट वी हैव गॉट हेयर, ए आई इज इक्वल टू 1 प्लस HFE by 1 plus HOE RL, and HOE is a very small value. It is around 24 microampere per volt. So at 24 into 10 to the power minus 6 it is coming around. So if RL dash means अगर HOE अगर आप यहाँ पे देखिए तो HOE is in the range of 10 to the power minus 6 में, and RL dash if you will take in the kilo range, so this is around 10 to the power minus 3 के range में. So this 10 to the power minus 3 के range में means it is very less than 1, so we can uh, further approximate HOE RL dash is nearly equal to 1, because ये 1 से काफ़ी छोटा, this term is coming 1 से very छोटा, so we will approximate it is equal to 1. So we can further write it AI is equal to 1 plus HFE. From here, and HFE is around 151 it comes around, I think 50 or 51 it comes around. HFE is a 50, so you can further approximate it as a HFE. So current gain of common collector is approximately equal to HFE. Further input resistance, if you will see it, the input resistance here, so input resistance is coming around RI is equal to HIE plus HRC AI RL, which is approximately is equal to HIE HRC, HRC is equal to 1, so we have approximated as a 1, and AIRL, so RL dash, this is RL dash, this is RL dash. So RL dash HI is the approximate value of HI is a typical value of HI is around 1.1 K, and it is around 50. HFE we have already found out, it is 50, and if it is 1 K, then it is coming around 50, it will come around 52.1 K. That is what the input resistance is, a very high value we are getting, very high. So common collector में we have already studied that कि emitter follower or common collector has a very high value of input resistance, and from our calculation also we can get it here, the input resistance of the common collector or emitter follower is very high. Further we can evaluate the value of voltage gain AV is equal to AI RL by RI. Here we have already got the value of AI, that is 1 plus HFE. RL is nothing but RL dash by RI is equal to HIE plus 1 plus means HIE plus AI. AI is nothing but 1 plus HFE. So we are getting using the value of 1 plus HFE in place of AI into RL dash. So if you will see this term 1 plus HFE RL dash in numerator, and then in denominator the same term is available 1 plus HFE RL dash plus HIE means the whole value is less than 1 because numerator is less than denominator here, because one extra term HI is present in the denominator. And if you will see that the value of HI is around 1.1 k, and we have also calculated the value of AI RL dash, that is it is around 50 k 50k, and it is 50k is very greater than 1.1, so we can approximate it here at this 1 plus HFE RL dash is very greater than HIE. So we will neglect this this term. Then what we will get here 1 plus HFE RL dash, and we have if we will neglect this value, then the same thing we will get in the denominator also, 1 plus HFE RL dash, and this term will be cancelled out and it will come around 1. That is AV is equal to nearly equal to 1. That is V naught is equal to Vi. So here why the common collector is called the emitter follower? Because output follows the input, because it is approximately the output voltage is equal to input voltage. Hence we can write like the emitter follows the input, hence emitter follows the input, therefore it is called emitter follower. So we summarize it here, common collector, and we can say that emitter follower. Emitter follower has very high input resistance, means if you will see the other mode of operation of transistor, and so it is the highest in all other mode of transistor, that is it is coming around 52.1 kilo ohm if we are using the typical putting the value of typical values, and the voltage gain is approximately 1, means it follows output voltage follows input voltage, and output we are taking it from emitter, and emitter follows the input, so it is called the emitter follower. And in current gain is 1 plus HFE, and current gain of common collector, if you will see that it is the highest among all the mode of operation, because in emitter common emitter has The high also has high value of current gain, and it is for emitter, common emitter, it has HFE, and for common collector it is 1 plus HFE. So it is highest among all the mode of operation of transistor. द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज़ द मिलर थ्योरम. जैसे हम लोग एक हाइब्रिड एनालिसिस में किसी भी ट्रांजिस्टर को टू पोर्ट्स में ब्रेक कर देते हैं. वन इज़ द इनपुट पोर्ट एंड अदर वन इज़ द आउटपुट पोर्ट. सो इफ़ देर इज़ सम एलिमेंट विच इज़ कनेक्टेड बिटवीन इनपुट एंड आउटपुट, तो अब अगर कोई भी रेजिस्टेंस है वो इनपुट साइड और आउटपुट साइड के बीच में कनेक्टेड है, दैट इज़ अ फीडबैक एलिमेंट. सो दिस मिलर थ्योरम विल बी यूज्ड to break that feedback element between input and output part. So what is Miller theorem? Miller theorem is used for the analysis of feedback element connected between input and output terminal. So एक ट्रांजिस्टर के इनपुट और आउटपुट के बीच में कोई भी फीडबैक एलिमेंट लगा हुआ है, उसके एनालिसिस को करने के लिए हम मिलर थ्योरम का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. एंड दिस मिलर थ्योरम ब्रेक्स feedback elements into two part. One is the input part and other is the output part. अब कोई भी जो इनपुट और आउटपुट पोर्ट के बीच में कोई रेजिस्टेंस लगा हुआ है उसको ब्रेक कर दिया जाता है. कुछ पार्ट उसके इनपुट साइड में आ जाते हैं, कुछ पार्ट आउटपुट साइड में चले जाते हैं, एंड सो दैट द हाइब्रिड एनालिसिस कैन बी डन यूजिंग दिस मिलर थ्योरम. So this is the scenario where we have two nodes. This is the node 1 and this is the node 2. Node 1 is the input node and node 2 is the output node. And node there is third node, that is the grounded one. And there is one resistive element having impedance Z is connected between node 1 and node 2. That is in between input terminal and output terminal. There is an impedance Z is connected between it. So the voltage at node 1 is taken as a V1 and voltage at node 2 is taken as a V2, and the current flowing from node 1 is I1 is considered, and current flowing from node 2 is I2 is considered across impedance terminal Z. So what according to the Miller theorem, what we will do it here, then this impedance would be broken into two parts. One is the input terminal part and another one is the output terminal part. So this is the grounded terminal, so we will break this impedance into two part, that it will come like here, and second part will come like here, so that when we will do the hybrid analysis using two port, it can be easily the solution can be done using Miller theorem for this type of questions, problems. So here V1 यहाँ पे एक resistance will be broken like this. And the second one resistance would be broken like this. So we'll consider it Z1 and this one is a Z2. And what we have to do it here, that we have to find the value of Z1 और Z2 की जो Z जो वैल्यू था इन बिटवीन द नोड 1 इनपुट नोड एंड आउटपुट नोड, जब वो ब्रेक कर जाता है इन एक Z1 साइड में, इनपुट साइड में Z1 चला जाता है, आउटपुट साइड में Z2 चला जाता है, तो उस टाइम में Z1 और Z2 का वैल्यू क्या होगा. So current flowing through this would be Z1 I1. Current is flowing across this is I1 and this would be I2, and this is figure 2. Now we will compare figure 1 with figure 2. We have considered it here. The current gain V2 by V1 is equal to K. So we will denote the ratio of V1 by V2 is equal to K here. So from figure 1, जो I1 है, that I1 is equal to V1 minus V2 by Z. So I1 is equal to, from figure 1, V1 minus V2 is by Z, and from figure 2, this I1 is equal to V1 by Z1, because third terminal is the grounded one. So we can write it here, V1 by Z1. We'll divide both side by V1, so we will get the ratio of V2 by V1 here. So this is 1 minus K by Z is equal to 1 by Z1. So Z1 will come is equal to Z is equal to 1 minus K. K is nothing but a current gain. K is equal to V2 by V1. So we have found the value of Z1. Similarly, we will get the value of Z2. So from figure 1, is I2 is equal to V2 minus V1 by Z, and from figure 2, I2 is equal to V2 by Z2. So it is V2 by Z2. So again we will divide both sides by V1. So we will get it here. We will divide both sides by V1. So V2 by V1 is nothing but K. This is 1 Z. Then it is K and Z2. So what we will get here, Z2 is equal to K Z by K minus 1. So from this we get the value of Z1 and Z2 here. So the Z2 is equal to KZ Z minus 1, and Z1 is equal to Z 1 minus K. So this if the question will come where there is a resistance in between the input side and output side, then directly we will use the Miller theorem, and with the help of Miller theorem we can directly use the value of Z1 and Z2. We will break that feedback element into input side and output side, then broken two value of resistance from the input side, that is the Z1, we can directly use the value of Z1 is equal to Z by 1 minus K, and in output side the broken Z2 will use directly the value of Z2 is equal to Kz by Z minus 1, and K is nothing here but is a voltage gain. So further अगर कोई रेजिस्टेंस की जगह इम्पिडेंस या कैपेसिटेंस फीडबैक एलिमेंट में प्रेजेंट होता है, so what the same thing we will get here, like the feedback element between the input and output port is the impedance inductor one. So the same thing we will get in the same manner what we have done the calculation for the impedance. So in the same manner we will get two impedance, one is the input side and other is the output side, and this is nothing but L2 and this is L1, and the same thing we will get here, that L is the impedance between the feedback and feedback element between the input and output terminal, and that L by 1 by minus K, and here L K minus 1, where K is equal to V2 by V1. In the same manner, if we will have a capacitance, so in case of the capacitance, this is the capacitance between input terminal and output terminal, and third one is the ground terminal, and in the same way we will break this capacitance into the input side and output side. We will get the two capacitance, one is the C1 and other one is the C2. The approach would be the same here, but the result will come different, so we will calculate it here. For in case of the capacitance, what we will get the value of C1 and C2, we will see. This is the figure 1. This is figure 1. This is figure 2. क्योंकि कैपेसिटेंस comes 1 by C in case of the impedance, so जो result होगा वो inverted आएगा. So what we will get it here, in case of impedance, what we will get that one, this Z1 is equal to Z by 1 minus K, and Z is equal to 1 upon omega C. So Z is the inversely proportional to the capacitance. So here what we will get it here, C1 1 upon C 1 minus K, and omega both side will cancel out. So what we will get it here, C1 is equal to C 1 minus K. And the other result was Z2 is equal to ZK K minus 1. The same we will put the value of Z, that is inverse of the capacitance. So 1 upon C2 will come here, and K C K minus 1. So we will get the value of C2 is equal to C K minus 1 by K. This is the value of C2. So here the value of C2 is equal to C K minus 1 by K, and here the value of C1 is equal to C1 minus K. So this capacitance, the value of capacitance will be useful when हम लोग FET का एनालिसिस करेंगे, स्मॉल सिग्नल एंड लार्ज सिग्नल एनालिसिस, देन दिस मिलर थ्योरम फॉर द केस ऑफ कैपेसिटेंस will come into the picture. So the next topic after the Miller theorem is the dual of Miller theorem. So see the scenario here. This is the circuit, and the inputs is taken across base and emitter grounded, and output is taken from collector and emitter grounded. So यहाँ पे this resistance is in input side also and output side also, and this resistance is grounded also. So अगर इस रेजिस्टेंस को अगर इस तरह का प्रॉब्लम आता है, इस रेजिस्टेंस को we want to break into the input side and output side, because the Miller theorem is what means, अगर कोई टर्मिनल इनपुट और आउटपुट टर्मिनल के बीच में है तो उसको ब्रेक करना है। एक साइड आपके इनपुट साइड में चला जाएगा, इसका एक पोर्शन इसके आउटपुट साइड में चला जाएगा, सो दैट we can do the hybrid analysis, that is which is the two port analysis. तो उसमें जो एलिमेंट्स है या तो इनपुट साइड में जाएंगे या तो आउटपुट साइड में जाएंगे फॉर द कैलकुलेशन को इजी करने के लिए, सो दैट वी कैन कैलकुलेट एंड एनालाइज इट द फर्दर. सो तो इसको हमको इनपुट साइड और आउटपुट साइड में इसको ब्रेक करना पड़ेगा. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ problems is to be solved by the dual of Miller theorem. So the same scenario like the Miller theorem, but in Miller theorem we had a feedback element is in between the terminal 1 and 2. So terminal 1 is the input terminal and terminal 2 is the output terminal, and here in the dual of Miller theorem we have got the value of feedback element, that is in the grounded terminal, means terminal 3. This is the terminal 3, and we have the feedback element in the grounded terminal, and this element we have to break into the input part and output part. So we will analyze it here. The equivalent picture we will draw it here like this. Z will break into two parts. One will come into the input side, one will come into the output side. This is Z1, this is Z2, and this Z has been broken down into two, so it will got removed from the ground terminal. This is V1, this is V2. The current flowing through it is I2, and current flowing through this terminal is I1. This is node 1, this is node 2, this is node 3, and this is figure 1, figure 2. Now from figure 1, this is the figure 1, and the figure 1 the voltage V1 is equal to I1 plus I2, means I1 and I2 both current is flowing through this terminal 3, means across Z impedance. So from figure 1, and this is V1 is equal to I1 plus I2 into Z, I1 plus I2 into Z, and from figure 2 From figure 2, the V1, this is the same V1. What is this V1? So this V1 is equal to here Z1 I 1. This is I1 actually. So this is equal to Z1 I1. So the here we will take the ratio of current again. Okay, we will consider it I2 by I1. So we will get we will divide both side by I1. So 1 plus K Z is equal to Z1. And here since both the current is entering inside, so if you will convert it here into the current again, because if you will take the current again, current again AI here is means I naught by I1. Current then should be I naught by II. And I1 जो है वो outside the port flow should be flow, and here I2 is flowing inside the terminal 2. So we can also write it here minus of I2 by I1. So here if we want to replace this K by I1, then we can write it like Z1 is equal to 1 minus AI into Z. In the same manner, we will calculate the value of Z2. Here we will write V2 is equal to, from figure 1, V2 is equal to I1 plus I2 into Z is equal to I2 Z2. What we will get here? We will divide both side by I1. So we will get it here 1 plus K Z K Z2. We will replace this K by AI, then Z2 will be 1 minus AI minus of AI into Z, and this can be further arranged AI minus 1 AI into Z. So here Z2 is equal to AI minus 1 by AI Z, and this Z1 is equal to 1 minus AI into Z. So that's all for the today's lecture. आज जो भी डिस्कस किया गया है मैं इसको अच्छे से रिवाइज़ कीजिए, प्रैक्टिस कीजिए। हम लोग नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में मिलेंगे। थैंक यू।